Hi, this is Rhonda from Rhonda's Close to My Heart. Rhonda's paperdivas.closetomyheart.com is my website. Today I'm going to do a double page layout with you. I'm going to be using the Gnomes for Winter collection. It is such a pretty winter collection. I mean, it really does scream winter to me. All the snowy things, and this is the sticker sheet, which I've already got this one all de-stuck because I'm going to use it in the layout today. And then these are the papers that come with it. You get 2 of each of these designs, but I've already cut some up for this layout. So this is one side with all the words of cold, frozen, hot chocolate, chili, burr. And then on the other side of this, you get this beautiful stripe. I just love this stripe. I think this one is just so good for a boy layout. It screams boy to me for some reason. And not really Christmassy at all or wintry at all, really. It just looks boyish to me with the colors, I guess. And then this beautiful, beautiful distressed snowflake paper. So gorgeous. I just love it. And on the other side, another very boyish looking paper, but very neutral. And it just looks so nice with this one. Just looks so beautiful with that paper. And then here's where they get the gnome. Okay, this is the only place you see gnomes in this paper pack is right here. So if you're not a gnome person, like I'm really not, but this is a super cute piece of paper. I really, really love it. I love the muted green they used. It's just so pretty. On the other side is just basically kind of the same thing, but just with all those winter icons. How cute is that sled? Now, I didn't get this done before I'm doing this layout, but I'm going to cut out this sled on the Cricut in red to make it match my photos. And while we get going on this video, I'm going to talk about my dilemma of red on these, because you can see there's no red in these papers whatsoever, and my photos all have a lot of red in them. So let's get started. It's a double page layout, so I'm going to bring in both of my Versamats. And what I'm going to use today is pattern 17 from Make It From Your Heart, Volume 6, our idea book. I love this. It showed lots of photos, and I have 11 photos. This says 8, but I'm going to use a flip flap to add to that. Now, what I did with this layout is I switched it around. This page is going over here. This page is going over here. And a very simple reason why I did that is because I wanted my pattern paper to match up, and I cut it wrong. And I thought, oh, well, this will all work over here. So I moved it all over to the other side so that my papers here in the middle would show, they would match up, which probably doesn't really matter to anyone but me. And then I tried to make it so that they were on this side, but it just didn't look right to me. The way I set it up looked much better. So this is the layout we're doing, and I have all the pieces cut for it already. So we're going to start on a piece of white daisy. And as you can see, I have my pieces cut. I'm going to pull out the cutting diagram, just so you can see where I'm getting my measurements from. And I'm going to show this every now and again. Now, let's take a look at the pictures and why I had this dilemma of using red. Can you see these pictures? My coat has red in it, and let me tell you, these pictures are really old. My son is 32 years old, and this is him. So 1992, I believe this is. He was probably just turned 1 year old. And we lived in a trailer park. And this is me, no makeup, of course, pulling him on the little sled. And then we have all of these little pictures that I cut down to 3 by 3. And see all this red? Now in my mind, I should have had red photo mats to make these pictures pop. So I cut out a bunch of photo mats for the 3 little pictures. And this main photo, yeah, this one right here, I had a red mat, then a blue mat. I cut them all out and I had them on the page and I thought they just don't like it. I don't like it at all. And so I went to the Close to My Heart Makers site and I asked them, what do you guys think? And I had the photo mats on the back of the small pictures. And one person said, how about a darker red, you know, like a more, I used candy apple and it was very bright, which matched, you know, the little sled perfectly. That's why I chose that. And she said, what about a darker red? So I went to the darker red, which is scarlet. And I thought, yeah, it's muted down and that does look much better. But then I got more answers and a couple of them said, no red, no red. So I took the red off and yeah, there you go. It looks so much better without red. Now, I had this idea that that's what it should be. I don't know. I just thought I should have red photo mats on all these photos that have red in them. I don't know. Maybe that's my old scrapbooker thinking instead of kind of like the new thing. Now what I did to kind of see if I should do that or not is I went to my Love of Color book. And if you've never seen these, they're really cool. Let me look there. I want to make sure I was in camera. My phone is so far up so you can see both sides. I have to stand up to look through it. So you look into this and you can see the colors. It shows you the colors, okay? Now, this color isn't in this book. I don't have the upgraded one. And after doing this, I realized I need the upgraded one because it has the newer colors in it. So first I went into the blues, I think. And the only blue, which is in here, sapphire is in here, that had red was the sapphire color. And I thought, okay, well, they're adding red in, but their paper is just all blues. It's not like blue and green and white. It's different. So it looked really nice, and I thought, well, I'm going to give it a try. So then I went to the greens, and I looked at emerald, and I looked at clover, which I thought was a little bit closer to the jade that they used here. And they have candy apple here. And I thought, well, look at that. But they're not busy papers. So I thought, well, I'm going to give it a try. I think I tried one more color, but I can't remember which one. But anyway, this book is nice if you're stuck on colors. It really helps you out of what goes with what. So I just wanted to show you that real quick. So let's get started on the layout, and I might bring in a couple of those red photo mats just so you can tell me in the comments what you thought about the red. So here was how I started, and I cut this paper in the wrong way. So I had this one here, and then this one, see, this one matches up. And the bigger piece was supposed to be over here, but in my mind, I needed this to match. And so just because of that, I swapped the whole layout around, because I don't know, I just couldn't do it. For some reason, it just didn't look right to me. So I had these here, and then I'm trying to remember. Of course, I didn't take a picture of this or anything. And then I believe I had this here. No, I had this here and this here. Now this one right here is cut at, and you can see right here, it says A and G. These are those two center pieces, 3 by 12 and 3 3/4 by 12. So the G is supposed to be on the right side, but mine's on the left side. So everything's going to be switched around. So all the smaller pieces are over here, the larger pieces are over here. And so I'm just following the diagram. You got B and H comes next, which is the striped piece. And then the one after that is I and C, which is just a 1/2 and a 3/4 inch piece. There's my 1/2 inch right there. So this was like this. And then this goes here, and this is at, I believe, 2 3/4. And another nice thing on these is it tells you how far they go up. So you know exactly where to place them to make it look like this. And I followed that. I went to 2 3/4. Right there. And then there was a 1/2 inch strip on top, and I chose to use the jade and bring a little bit of that green in, just because I thought it looked pretty. So that's basically the layout right there. That's it. That's all the papers. And I really like it. I think it looks really nice. Just like that. But I just felt like I needed to bring in that red. But I'm telling you, it looked horrible on this page. Now I saw another girl posted a picture. Amy. I can't think of her last name, but she posted a picture of this paper pack, and she added candy apple red to it, but in a different way. It looked so much better the way she did it, and hers wasn't quite so busy. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to glue this down right here. So let's do that real quick. Hopefully through the editing process, if I ever learn how to do it right, I can cut some of this out so you don't have to watch me glue all this down. But I cut all the papers off camera, and I thought, well, I'm going to put it together with you. Now, I did think about edging all these papers in the espresso color, and then I decided not to. So, if you go on my website, if you don't already have your own maker, or if you're not a maker, there's a new special out today called Skylark. It's a Bring Back My pack from about 10 years ago. It was actually the paper pack that was featured when I signed up the first time. I've signed up twice, and it was 10 years ago, I believe. And I got the bulk paper of Skylark and the stamp set and all that in my kit. And now it's a Bring Back My pack, and I still have some of the old stuff, and I made some layouts, and I'm going to show those in my next video. So so there's the layout. You see the similarity there? Just basically 3 strips, 1 across. That's basically it. And I'm going to follow pretty much their layout. It's just that it's going to be switched. So they have this little strip on this side, and I'm going to put it over here. And I don't want to cover up all of this, so I'm putting it over a little bit farther than they have it. And that's going to go right there. And I cut this to just short of 11.5 by 4. And I cut it a little bit wider than theirs because their pictures are 3 inches by 4 inches, and mine are 3 by 3 square. And I don't know, I felt like they needed to be a little wider, but because I was going to put a photo mat on it. I think that's why. And now I'm not going to put a photo mat on it. Look at this cute little guy in his cute little snowsuit, that smiley face. And I thought I would put this little zip strip up there with the snowflakes. And then I have this cute picture here where he's just made it to the tree, and I thought I would put that one there. I think I can bring this over a little bit farther. Maybe line it right up to that one, and so the snow shows. That there, and then I have 3 more little pictures. Basically the same thing. He's just kind of playing in the snow. So I thought I would put those right here in the flip flap. I thought that looked nice, so my pictures aren't so clustered. So then we go to the other side, and all they have are 2 4x6 pictures and a 3x4. On this side, they had 2 4x6s going down. Well, these are really old pictures, so they were 3.5 by 5. And so I have these, and I was just going to bring them down like this. I'm just pulling them around the yard. I wanted to make a layout with this paper so bad, and I had no pictures current of like my grandson, his son, who is 4, because I scrapbooked them all that I had of snowy days. And so I thought, you know what? I bet you I have some snow pictures of my son. And so I went down and looked in his photo albums, and sure enough, there they are. So cute and perfect, except for the coloring. But you tell me, what do you think? You think it would have looked cute if I would have added red in with all this blue and green? Trust me, it didn't look good. So I'm going to put this one right here centered. And these are terrible pictures of me, but whatever. You know, I'm a single mom back here, and I'm out in the snow in the morning, probably before I had to go to work, playing with the little guy. And I thought this one here, and then that flip flap right there. So let's put these pictures down, and I'm not going to mat these at all. See what I mean though? The red mats behind those pictures, it really made the pictures pop, but it just did not look good with the color scheme at all. So we are going to, I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm not even going to get my T-ruler out because I think I can eyeball this pretty good. Maybe I will. Just to make sure we're square here. It just needs to go up a little bit right there. Sorry if my head's in the way. There we go. Oops. And I think about a 1/4 inch right there. Well, I live in Michigan, mid-Michigan, and it is pouring down rain. Can you believe that? What a way to start out December. Pouring down rain. I hope it's not going to be one of those winters where, okay, we're staying home for Christmas. Every other year we go to Kansas to my stepdaughter's house and see the grandkids there. Every other year we go. Well, we weren't going this year, staying home, and so we put some Christmas lights up. We didn't do the rooftop, you know, along the gutters. I don't know. Just didn't get into it that much, but we did decorate the porch a little bit and then put some lights up on the bushes. And at least we're in the Christmas spirit, right? Okay, I'm going to trim this little piece off right here because that was a little bit long. And I noticed I put those over to the left a little bit, but that's okay. Maybe I'll put something there to camouflage that. Yesterday I laid on the couch all day and watched TV, caught up on some shows. Sinuses were really, really acting up. And I thought, today, I am not doing that. I don't care. So I'm thinking about right there, showing a little bit of my stripe on the side there. Still have some of this showing, and then the pretty snowflakes. Let's go up here and see if we have that straight. It's hard to tell. I got to get one of the close to my heart T rulers. I think it's really worth the investment. I'm not thinking that is straight. There, that looks straight now. So the T rulers really do work, but close to my hearts is a lot longer and a lot sturdier. So it really works a lot better from all the videos I've seen. 27 minutes in we are, folks. So here I have this little single 3x3, and we are going to put this on here, and the first thing we're going to do is put this flip flap down, and I'm just going to kind of center it in that little spot there. Peel this off, and then I'm going to bring in my T rulers to make sure I get this straight. And let's see, we got just over 6 inches, so I want room. Let me bring this into camera so you can see what I'm doing. I've got room here, but I want room for my title. This is going to be my title, and it's going to go right here. So I want to make sure I have room for that. This can come down a little bit though, right over that green. And I'm thinking 2 inches. Let's go up just a little bit farther. Thinking right there. Looks good. So we're going to put that down. We're just going to give that a burnish. Now the reason you put these down first before your picture is so that you can cover up that little spot. And then you're going to put this down, and see that sits right on top of it. And I really like that. And then when my layout's all done and I get ready to put it in my photo album, I just simply cut a little slit in the page protector, and I just pull this flip flap through so that the viewer, see if I got that right, so the viewer can see it. I can flip it back and forth. I think that looks good. So we'll put that down, and there you go. We got these cute little photos. I couldn't pass up the whole story, and so while we're over here, we'll go ahead and put this one down. I'm not trying to match up the alignment with this other page on these photos. I'm just doing what I think looks nice. And like this is going to go right here, and it'll be popped up, and I'm going to do some distressing around the edge and sapphire. And I'm thinking this, I'm just going to center right here, and I think it looks good right there. Like so. And there you go. Those are all down. And then this one over here, I'm going to pull this back up here so they're even. And this one, I'm just going to put right there. And then I have these three over here. Let's see if you can see that whole page pretty much. I'll bring it over center a little bit more. And that helps me in my camera holders right here, my phone holders right here, and I don't want to bump it. I have bumped it before and lost my camera. So what I think I'm going to do today, because this video is getting kind of long, is I think I'm going to just put this together right here, and then I'm going to stop the video. And I'm going to figure out what my embellishments are going to be, and then I'm going to do a new video, so it'll be a part 2. I think that my viewers would like that better, and it gives me a little bit more chance to practice my editing. I'm kind of in limbo right now because my husband insisted I get a new desktop computer because he got a new one. So he thought for sure I needed a new one. Well, I wasn't going to admit that, but just between me and you, I really did need a new one. It is so slow. Oh my gosh. My laptop, my cheapo laptop, loads up quicker than my desktop. So anyway, I have a new desktop computer coming that will be much faster and hopefully help me load my videos better, and so I can put it in some editing software, which I really haven't figured out what's the best thing for me to use. But I'm going to play with it this weekend and try to do some good editing. So when you see this video, it'll probably be a few days old. So, all right, all of my pictures are down. And so this is what we have. And here's our sketch. Let me bring in the photos they had. So pretty much the same, just a little bit different arrangement. Now I am going to take my sapphire ink because I know I want this. Title. And I have some snowflakes that are really pretty. They're not exactly the same color of blue, but I think they're really pretty. I don't know what color of blue I've used on this disc, so I'm doing that a little bit. I'm just going to edge this so that it shows up. The white on white was hard to see. So I'm just going around this, some color here. This is what I thought about doing around all my papers with the espresso ink, but I just decided I didn't need all that. I do like to do that, but I figured this one I'm just going to leave white. It's going to be a white layout. So this is going to go on there, and we're just going to put some 3D foam tape on it. And I am just going to a couple of chunks on here. Like so. Get rid of that. Get rid of those. I like how this is coming out, and I think it looks just fine without the red. So we're going to put this right here, just overlapping that green a little bit. And then we're going to do a embellishment cluster up here. And then maybe an embellishment cluster here. And the third one, I don't know. 1, 2, 3. I might end up with a more like a 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure, but can you see a little cute, this says my, and then of course it's a heart. I'm going to punch out the my, just adding a few little embellishments in red. And I have this big pack of Deck the Palms acrylic shapes, and they're all red. And so I was just thinking I could add a couple of these in. There's a bunch of stars. Different kinds of stars I could put in, along with my snowflakes. So, like I have this snowflake here. That really does go on there somehow. There. I have this snowflake here I thought I would put in. It's not exactly the same color of blue. This was from the Season Greetings pack we had last year. And then I have these really super cute little mittens, which are adorable. I can put those somewhere here. And like I said, I'm going to cut out a red sled. So I like that, with just those little pops of color there. So tell me what you think. I'm going to end this right now. In the comments below, let me know what you think about pops of red color. And if you want to get this Gnomes for Winter collection, it's available on my website until December 31st while supplies last. So don't wait if you really like it. It is a really nice neutral collection for winter. So paperdivas.closetomyheart.com is my website. If you like the content of this video, I would really appreciate it if you would like my video. And if you haven't subscribed, I'd love it if you would subscribe to my channel. I promise that I will get better at this and you will enjoy the content in the future, probably more than you are right now. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you next time for video 2 of this layout.